Highpoint has changed a lot over the years. What was once just a shopping centre has grown into one of Melbourne's biggest food destinations, with an incredible variety of cuisines and restaurants all under one roof. And today I'm going to see just how many sushi places are actually here, because honestly I think Highpoint might have a sushi problem. I'll also be visiting one of my personal favourite places, checking out an exciting chicken franchise that I think is about to take off here in Melbourne, and then we're finishing at Australia's largest lolly shop, which also holds a Guinness World Record for the largest display of candy varieties. So today we're exploring Highpoint and finding out just how much food this place really has to offer.
Okay, we're going to start here at the junction, which is the bottom level where you've got Time Zone, Hoyts and all the entertainment stuff. Here you've got a fair few, probably the best food court out of all of the 4 food courts we're going to see today, but you be the judge. You've got this place called Seoul Garden, which is Korean barbecue. It's quite popular on weekends, all you can eat. It was, I think the price, some people there talking to me, it was $50 I think, all you can eat, but let's see if they've got different prices or not since I last checked. But I haven't tried this one. If anyone's tried it, let me know. And the Highpoint Hotel, for your entertainment purposes, it's a great place. They've got nice screens in there, pool. If you want to watch the UFC late at night or any EPL or any European sports or American sports, this is the place. And the pancake parlour, that's been there since I remember. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've never seen anyone walk in and out, but I'm sure they do because it's still there. And it's quite popular. Thirsty Monkey there. And you got Guzmani, which is just open. Oh, birds just went through. Guzmani there. This used to be, back in the day, La Poquera, a very popular restaurant, but they're kind of gone downhill a little bit and a few have closed down, and now it's a Thai place. I have tried it. I am not a big fan, if I'm being honest with you. But again, let me know if you've tried it and what you think of it. I just think I've tried better Thai places than this. There's money. Rocco Mamas, that's like a diner style hamburger / American type of place where you got ribs, smash burgers, wings. It's pretty quiet at the moment. Nando's, which is great, but I'm going to show you at the end of the episode something much better. I think it is, and I'd love for you to check it out if you get a chance. You've got your Hoyts here. And this brings back a lot of memories from the 90s. This was one of the places that was, I was a bit of a local here. I used to come here all the time. You've got grilled. Down this way, this used to be the entertainment area back in the day. So where you've got Time Zone there, in the middle, and I'll show you what I mean. This used to be Golf Putt-Putt. And I remember this was the place that if you had a date in the 90s and you were in high school, that was the place to go. And where all these shops are on the right hand side, and I'm talking about Schnitz, Skin Candy. It might have been slightly further up, but it was around here somewhere. It was Barry's Pool, or Baz's it was known. So that was the day you would spend with the boys, back in those days anyway. So now it's obviously changed. We've got guess what? Our first sushi place. We've got a sushi train here. Let's see what kind of sushis they have here on the table. This can get quite popular too during busy times. And I think you don't actually have to sit down and have the sushi from the place. You can also just get takeaway as per normal. So it's not just a sushi train, but yeah, you've got your usual sushi places. Now you got Dumplings Plus. There's two. There's one upstairs and one down here. My favourite dish from here is the char kway teow, if you haven't tried it. And I'll also like the Sichuan pork mince soup, which is a spicy soup with pork mince and noodles. And you've got ramen. Dragon Hot Pot has just opened up. Look at this. This is pretty new. It's been a while since I've been here. I have done an episode on Dragon Hot Pot, so I might pop that into the comments for you as well, and the description, so if you guys want to watch. But it's basically select your ingredients, get a nice bowl of soup, and off you go. But we're going to start with my favourite place, which is Roti Road, which is this Malaysian restaurant. One of my favourite places in Highpoint to eat is Roti Road, which is a Malaysian restaurant. And I always have this go-to dish, which is the beef rendang. I get the salt and pepper chicken ribs, and I also get this roti bread. Look at this fluffy, nice bread. Now, if you don't know, and I get a coffee ice always, sometimes two. Now, the beef rendang, it's a nice chunky pieces of beef that they cook in coconut milk, slow cook, and then add a bunch of spices to it, lemon, chili, garlic, etc. to it, until it stirs. So it gives it that nice richness in the sauce. So you can see that, look at that sauce. It's a little bit thick and rich. It gives it flavour, and then you've got these nice chunks of beef in there. So it's a delicious, delicious thing to try. So I'm going to just pour myself some of that. And then you've got this fluffy bread, which is like thin layered, paper layered bread that's sort of cooked in a specific way that makes it nice and delicious, and it's quite warm. And as you can see, it's fluffy on the inside, but chunky on the outside, but fluffy on the inside. So it's like nice and fluffy and warm. So a bit of a tradition of mine is to get this bread, dip it in that sauce. Oh, delicious. Now, beef rendang is meant to be spicy, but fear or not, it is not overly spicy. Get a little fork here just to try this beef. In actual fact, if I can get the camera onto this just to see, and they usually get like really tender, really hard pieces to make them tender. There's the beef in there. So let's try that. Okay, full of flavour, lots of different spices. I can feel a bit of ginger, a bit of sweetness from the coconut. It was a bit chewy. It was a fattier piece. But sometimes you can get a nicer piece as well. So I'm going to see if I can get another one. And I'm going to have it with bread this time. Just dip it into that coconut sauce with that spices. It's delicious. And it smells really good. A nicer chunk of beef, melts in your mouth. First one was a bit chewy. Now that's about $28 to $29. Bread, we got 3 pieces here, $6 or $7 each. Now, just as a bit of a snack, I love these salt and pepper chicken ribs. Ooh, careful, look at the steam, they come out hot. Deep fried, whatever coating they put on it, it's quite nice. It's very garlicky. This is also around $25, and you can really feel the pepper flavour on this. But the coating, it's quite nice. It's not like that KFC coating where it gets a little bit stuck to your mouth, to your teeth. It's nice and easy to sort of bite through. And the chicken, It's delicious. Of course, I'll wash it down with some coffee ice. Okay, walking to my next food court, and I wasn't going to film this part, but obviously I had to, for the simple reason that there is another sushi hub. So yeah, this one's just kind of outside athlete's foot in the middle of nothing. Not much really food around it, but like when you're just walking through, you think I'm at Changi Airport, but I'm actually in Highpoint. Obviously this doesn't compare, but just a little joke there. This side, the atrium, is one of the old food courts from the original days, back in the day when there was only a couple of food courts, so there's not as much here. You've got a Starbucks there, obviously. There's this new Miguelito's ice cream place, which kind of looks empty. Yeah, it looks like soft serve ice cream with some toppings. Sole Origin, which is standard. I'd say a lot of this stuff here is your old school food court type of food compared to some of the other places we've seen so far. So local hero Singapore, Rice Workshop, Salsas. Oh, KFC was here. What happened? Coming back soon. Maybe they're renovating that. Maybe they're renovating that. Oh wow, guess what? Another sushi place. Seems to be plenty around. We'll see what can we end up with at the end. And then there's a bit of a kids playground here. There used to be a cafe here, Little Bird. Oh, I think it's still here. They just might be renovating again. And Master Lanju Noodle Express, which I've tried this before. I wasn't a big fan. It's a big chain from Asia. Oh, guess what? Another sushi place. Sushi. My kebabs. And that's about it on this side. Like I said, this is like one of the original food courts in Highpoint. So if you go from the atrium upstairs, guess what? Another sushi. I'm starting to lose count. I hope I don't miss any. If I've missed any, let me know, guys. All right, this is the fresh food market area. This is a much newer area when they expanded Highpoint. So you're meant to get all your fruit, vegetables, seafood, sashimi, and obviously a few eats. You got Papa Rich, which is a Malaysian chain. Pretty popular, but I don't see many people here. And considering I love Roti Road downstairs, I think I don't really come here. I think I've only come here once. Artisanal baker here. And things like that. And guess what? Another sushi place, but this one, it looks like it's the biggest one so far, from what I can tell. All the other ones are a bit smaller, so this got some much more variety. One of the better sushi places you'll see. Look at all the variety here. Fresh sashimi, salmon, urchin, and you've got a bit of seafood here, but not too much of a range, being a quieter day today. And you also got just here A1 Bakery, a Lebanese bakery, very popular. You can hear the music. Hopefully it doesn't demonetize my channel, not that I'm monetized yet. Okay, you got some cheese bagel there, meat pizza, manouche, za'atar. There's some interesting stuff there. Let's see, you got a baker's delight there. Got a bread top there. Oh, in the corner, I see something. Before I get there, you got a nice deli here, and this is where the whole marketplace is meant to be. You got the deli here. Obviously, you got the supermarket, Highpoint Meat and Poultry. So you got your seafood, your veggies, your meat and poultry. And right across there, Mary Brown, which I'm keen to try. Well, Mary Brown, it's an interesting place. It's a Malaysian place, spelled one word, Mary Brown. Don't know the meaning. I thought it would sounds like a name, Mary Brown, but the way they spell it is Mary. I've got a 2-piece feed with some chips and spicy chicken. And that's the chicken there. I ordered hot and spicy. Looks coated very nicely. But first, a little chip test. Why do they do this double packaging? This tastes exactly like Macca's chips, French fries. They're not thick cut, they're the slick French fries type of chip. Now this meal with Coke cost me $13.90. Let's give this chicken a go. It's a big piece of chicken. Compared to KFC, I reckon they've got it a lot smaller. Oh, that's got a bit of kick to it actually. It's nice, it's spicy, coated well. Not much crunch. I thought there'd be a bit more crunch on the skin. It's like it's almost stuck to it, the coating. It's not like when you eat at KFC you can kind of peel it off. Maybe the bottom bit there. No. So, which is good. That's fine. If that's how it is, that's how it is. You know what? This is a big piece of chicken for $14 with the meal. I reckon this is better value than KFC. And I think this is better chicken than KFC, believe it or not. So, a nice little snack that I'll continue eating. Okay, I've got a second Dumplings Plus here. Jasper coffee. Nice little coffee place here. Vietnamese rolled. And a cupcake place. So yeah, this place has got a few extra options compared to the food court before that. One of the things I love here at Dumplings Plus is getting some dumplings from the counter there and some fresh homemade dimmies. Well, I'm not sure if they're homemade, but they say homemade on the packaging. So these are the prawn dumplings. I'm going to put some soy sauce all over them. And typical dumplings, burnt on the bottom as they should be. They're like $2. They're not expensive. Delicious, salty, plenty of pork meat. The pastry around it is nice and soft, steamed as it should be. A really great snack. So that's the homemade dim sum. I think that was about $3. I love the South Melbourne market dim sum, and I buy them and cook them at home, but these ones are a little bit different, a bit smaller. The coating's not as hard. It's a soft shell type of coating. I think they're pork. There's actually not as much flavour in these. I may have gotten the wrong ones, but what I'll do is, there's always a way to add flavour to this. The coating is good. It just doesn't have enough texture and flavour in the middle. Alright. A nice little snack from Dumplings Plus. Okay, now this food court is also one of the original 2 food courts like the Atrium, but they've really redone this one up and fixed up a few things. So, first thing you're going to see is, oh, guess what? Another sushi. So this is pakero and sushi bowl, so it's not just sushi, but it does have sushi. Sole Origin again, which we've seen. Walker's Donuts, which are one of my favourite donuts in Melbourne. I reckon they're delicious. I'm tempted to get one, but we will see. Yeah, good variety. Boston cream is my go-to. And then these are some of the older places with a mix of new. This is probably in the 90s, I reckon, the first time I tried Asian takeaway food. You know, the one they put in the plate, the usual westernized Asian food, sweet and sour and all that sort of stuff. So it would have been here. That place is probably no longer here, but you got a schnitz, a sandwich, chef, another KFC, because you can't get enough KFC. A Subway, which for once I see a customer. I don't see as much customers. Another Malaysian, Lux Hot. We've got some fresh dishes here. And this is the type of food I tried for the first time in the 90s, where you just get that plate and mix it. It was probably my first exposure to Asian food back in the day. Omi, which is Japanese. Jumbo, what's Jumbo? Chinese. Again, food called Chinese. Bombay Bar. Oporto, which I don't think is very popular in Victoria, but I think it's pretty popular. It's come from Bondi, I think, so I think it's pretty popular in New South Wales. And you got your McDonald's, but this leads me to what I think is going to take over as a bit of a chicken place that's going to become quite popular, and I think they're opening a few places from what I've heard, but it started here, which is Chikita. It's like Nando's but Asian fusion, flame grilled chicken. So I did have dinner here the other night, so I'll put that in for you right now. Okay, I've ordered and I've got a whole chicken. I've got 3 sides, some pita bread. Now, when you order, you get this screen here where you get the chance to order. So you just tap, continue as guest, etc. So what I've done is I've ordered the grilled chicken, and you get a choice of sauce, which I've got the Lucky 8. You get a choice of 3 sides. I've got the rice, the chips and the coleslaw with some sauce there, and the hot pita bread there as well. Alright, so the Lucky 8 sauce is an Asian barbecue sauce. So there's choices of 6 sauces. So what I like about this place is not only can you choose your chicken with the sauce before you get it, you can also try every single one of them. So you've got your Asian barbecue there, you've got a sweet baby, which is a sweet chili ginger. You've got a bunch of them where you can try. But anyway, I like the Lucky 8 because it's that medium heat. It's not too spicy, but it has a little bit of spice, and it's got that sweetness to it. Anyway, let's just get started into one of these pieces of chicken. Look how it's nicely basted there. Look at all the sauce that's on top of it. Now, think Nando's, but think better. So I think this is like way, way better. But it's the same style, the way they cook it. I'm going to take another bite. Oh,
full of flavour. It has got that barbecue sweetness. A little bit of spice. Yeah, get it with a bit of this bread. It's nice and hot. Maybe even get some of that sauce on there. Juicy and cooked to perfection. Honestly, this is really good chicken. Like, I can't stress it enough. Messy, but good. Tender, juicy, full of flavour, cooked to perfection. Very good chicken. The chips, properly seasoned, and you can actually ask how much seasoning you can have on there. The size are good. Just get a bit of this rice here, make myself a little plate, make a meal out of it. Now all dish is $39.90, so you've got a whole chicken, chips, rice, and the coleslaw with the bread. A bit of a mess there, but that's all right. There you go. What we have here is a meal. And just to change it up, this is the spiciest sauce, the hot chili boss. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a try. And that's what I like about this place, that you can, even though I've ordered it with that base, you can try them. So, just gonna get a little bit there. Yeah, I think you can handle it as long as you don't go too crazy, but it kicks in. It's good. It's nice and spicy. All right, my final thoughts. One of my favourite chickens. I love Nando's, and I think this is better, but I do love Nando's, so I'm not trying to knock Nando's or anything like that. I love the atmosphere here, like it's a good vibe. From what I can see, there's a lot of people here and it's pretty packed, so people know their chicken in this area. The other thing is, I like how we're sitting in booths here, like in these booths. It feels a little bit private. Sometimes when you go to these city stores, like you're sitting sort of right next to someone and it feels like you've got no privacy, so that's another thing I like. And from what I've heard, there's another 6 or 7 of these opening, so who knows, this might be coming to a suburb near you. Okay, to finish off this food court, guess what? Another sushi. Jeez, I hope I haven't missed any, guys. If anyone knows Highpoint well, let me know. Fish and chips. It looks pretty normal. You can get some takeaway stuff. Muffin break, which is standard. Mad mix. But if you go down the end of this food court, and a lot of people don't tend to go down this way because it's a little bit obscure and out of the way, you'll see Rebel Sports here. And at the end of this, where Rebel Sports is, there's an Asian supermarket, which I'll show you. Alright, this is what I'm talking about, Foodle. I have done an episode on this, which I'll put in the comments and I'll put the links in the description if you're interested in it. It's got your bread top style baked goods. Some delicious desserts there. As you can see, it's just a typical Asian grocer. It's quite big, this one. And then you got King's Dumpling Kitchen. So inside the food court, we've got a few things there.
Very interesting. And the duck. Like I said, I've tried the duck here. If you're in Highpoint, a must try. But the reason I wanted to bring you here is not to show you the supermarket, not to show you the duck. I've got another little surprise for you, and I think you know it. Guess what? Another sushi place. Here we go. I think that covers them all. So if you haven't had enough opportunities to get your sushi, this is another one. So as you're walking out and you see Toymate out of one of the car parks at Highpoint, there is this place called Tom's Confectionery, and apparently, according to Google, it is the biggest lolly shop in Australia. Now, I can't really confirm that. Like I said, Google is my, not Wikipedia, Google is my guide. But also, I've read that they've got the Guinness World Record for the most varieties of candies inside. So that's just on the outskirts of Highpoint. And there should be an entry here as you're walking up. Here it is, Tom's Confectionery Warehouse. Apparently making sweet memories since 1982, which, whatever. Believe it or not believe it, I don't care. But you kind of come in here and you've got this nice massive entry, which they had a lot of stock here, but they've gotten rid of it for some reason. I don't think they were selling as much, when you'll see now why. All right, and here we go. So you got the, oh, there it is, Guinness World Record holder. It's got the sign there for the largest pick and mix, which there is so many. I'm going to try and capture a few of them for you. And then when you turn here, you can see how big it is. Got Twinkies from America. They've got their own brands. They've got drinks as well. The only thing is, the prices here are quite expensive. Some of these drinks that, or in general stuff you'll see here, if you look at it around at some places, you'll find them cheaper. For example, this Calypso's, it doesn't have a price actually, but I know here they charge like $9, $10, and when you go to like some private Asian shops or some places that do this sort of stuff, you'll get it for like $5 or $6. So there you go, Takis. It's a good fun place for the kids here, obviously. They have this claw machine here, which I think you pay. So you've got to be 8 years old, be between 120 to 200 centimeters, weigh between 30 and 100 kilos, $35. What they do is they put you up on that, and then you go down, and as much candy as you can grab, you get to keep. Which for $35, I reckon I can probably buy more. That candy doesn't look like the most expensive stuff. But just to show you some of the different things they have in here. So they have their own brands, candies and chocolates and etc. I don't know why I'm calling it candy, but I guess this is a USA style store. But, they've got stuff from overseas. These are American stuff here. Ding dongs, Maltamores, they got the saucers, but it's very light, so I don't know if it's just they sold it or they're just running the stock down, because I don't think they sell as much. I had chips here ages ago, but they've kind of changed the layout. Yeah, I don't, oh, here we go, Reese's, just up here. One of my favourite chocolates, Reese's. But $9.80 for a little bar like that, no thanks. I can find that cheaper at other places. There's your Twinkies, they've got a lot of them. What's the price of them? One for $15. So if anyone is really desperate for some Twinkies, $15. But I guarantee you can find them cheaper at other places. Excuse me, they used to have more chips. They used to have Ruffles, but I can't see the Ruffles. And even them, they were like $12 a packet. So, and you got normal chocolate you can get from Woolies, but it's $13.90. So you can get that at Woolies or Coles or Big W for like on special probably $6, $7. More drinks varieties. Yeah, I don't want to bore you too much with stuff here, but they've got the old Bilson's drinks, which changed to Isabella, and more and more and more candy. So if you're doing parties and things like that, it might be worth your while. I mean, you do the math yourself. From what I've seen, it's fun to look at, but that's about it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll leave the episode at that. Please subscribe, like and share, and watch for more content.